Welcome to Boss Your Brain and Business. In this episode, I'm going to share with you my number one coaching tool that changed my life. And I don't say those words lightly. This tool has changed my life. It is a tool that has also changed my clients' lives. And here is the thing, when they learn this tool is so good, they can't keep it to themselves. They share it with their children, their family, their coworkers, their students, when they're teachers, their clients. They share the tool because it truly is a life transforming tool. It is a tool that I want every human being on this planet to learn. It's what we should be learning as soon as we can learn. This tool is powerful for life, for business, for everything. I know, big, bold claim. Are you ready to get into this? The number one coaching tool that has changed my life, has changed my clients' lives, and I pray it's going to change yours. All right, let's get into this. Hi, I am Coach Kim. I am a certified life and business mindset coach for brilliant Christian coaches. And I simply help them make more money, have more impact in their lives, in their businesses, using two powerful things they already possess: their thoughts and beliefs. And so I am excited to get into this. You ready? All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Guys, I am so excited for this episode because it really is my prayer that every person on this planet would learn this tool. So, you ready? All right, you might take lots of notes because I'm going to give it to you. I'm not going to hold back. I am not going to withhold from you, but I'm going to give you it all. So, let's get into this. I am a mindset coach. And so, if this is like your first time ever hearing a mindset coach, or you not sure what mindset is, or you don't know how to work your mindset, this tool is going to give you a PhD in mindset. I'm telling you, it is so powerful. We're going to work with it. I'm going to practice with you all on this. So get ready. This is going to be a very, very good and full, meaty episode. So you ready? All right, let's go. So here's the thing. First, I got to tell you this. What you think is the problem isn't the problem. Okay? What you think is the problem isn't the problem. You want to know what the problem is? I'm going to tell you. The problem is what you think. All right, little play on words. So, what you think is the problem isn't the problem. What you think is the problem. And so we have to look at your thinking. And so this tool is going to help you manage your thoughts, control your thoughts. If you've ever wondered, where do I start? There's so much, you hear so much. And I'm a person, I'm like, make it plain, make it clear. I want to be able to know this is what I do. This is my role. This is not my role. Like, I love clear definition and roles. And so this tool will help you manage your mind. I use this tool not only in my business with circumstances, but I use it in my life. I use it sometimes without thinking. I use it to even help me pray better. Yes, you can use it for everything. Just think about this. When we pray, it says that we have what we receive when we pray in confidence according to the will of God. And so this tool helps you know when you are praying in confidence according to the will of God, because you're able to control your thoughts. And so I hope I've pumped up this tool enough. We're going to go ahead and jump into it. The name of this tool is Fact versus Meaning. Fact versus Meaning. It's a very powerful tool. And so I learned this, it's been decades now. And even before I was a coach, even before I was certified, and then I learned more that I learned. And so, what you have to know about this tool is that there are two domains. There is the fact domain and there is the meaning domain. Okay? And so, fact, we know that it is specific, it's neutral, it can be proven in a court of law, it's non negotiable, there's no opinions, no adjectives, no thoughts added to it. It is fact. Fact can be interchanged with circumstance. And so we, oh, okay. So I just got a message that my internet stopped. So I'm not sure if we're on or not, but I'm going to keep going. Hopefully, internet tech issues are gone. Okay, so what I was saying is that when we speak about fact, we interchange it with circumstance. Okay, so fact versus fact and circumstance, those are interchangeable. So we're speaking about the same thing. And circumstances are just neutral things outside of you in the world. They're just non-negotiable. It happened. It's an event. Someone's words has no meaning attached to it. No opinions, no adjectives. Those are circumstances. Then there is the domain of meaning. And that's what that is, meaning. What you make the facts mean. Okay, so what you make the facts mean. Meaning, we interchange that with your interpretation, your thoughts, your story. And what you just have to know about your meaning and thoughts is that they're just sentences in the brain that we choose to think. Okay, so this is coming from us. This is our power. So it is our opinions. It is with adjectives, right? It's what we assign to the facts. And so, fact versus meaning is the tool. And this is what you have to know. Facts have no inherent meaning in themselves. Okay? You want to write that one down. Facts have no inherent meaning in themselves. And so I'm going to spend a few minutes and I'm going to unpack this for you. I use this tool now without thinking. In my brain is like, that's a fact. This is my meaning to that fact, right? And I'm able to differentiate between the two because if I think that that circumstance is making me feel a certain way, I've given that fact or circumstance my power. When in fact, it's my meaning about the circumstance, my thought about the circumstance that creates my feelings and then what I do and the results I create in the world. It's not the fact and it's not the circumstance. Those things are just neutral things in the world. And so it's important that we go ahead and unpack this so you can see that facts have no inherent meaning in themselves, just what you make them mean, which is your power always. All right, let's get into this. All right, so the first concept, and we're going to do this in form of concepts. The first concept we're going to talk about is we assign meaning to circumstances. We assign meaning to circumstances, okay? So we assign meaning to the facts. Here is the thing. It is our human nature to interpret our experiences or to apply meaning to facts or circumstances. It is a normal part of life. I love to refer to John chapter 9 here. We see where the disciples asked Jesus, why was this man born blind? This is what we do as humans. Why did that happen? Why is this happening to me? Why me? Right? We are always searching for meaning. And here is the thing, there's no shame in that, right? That's human nature because when meaning is created, the brain feels safe. The unknown creates uncertainty. So the brain wants everything to mean something. All right, let's move on to the next concept. And that is, see where I am here, facts don't possess set values. Okay, facts don't possess set values. All right, so What does that mean? It means that there are no predetermined, decided, accepted, established values for fact. Okay, for example, like we wouldn't question the value of 1 cup in a recipe. Okay, if a recipe calls for 1 cup of flour, we're not calling up the recipe maker and say, okay, wait a minute, 1 cup. Is this 1 cup according to your measurement or mine? Right? We wouldn't question it because the value of 1 cup has been predetermined, decided, accepted, and established. Okay? But facts, no, they don't have predetermined, decided, accepted, established values set. Okay. And so, like the meaning of someone having cancer, or the meaning of someone losing a job, or the meaning of someone being born blind, it's not inherent. Okay. That meaning is not set and determined and established. So let's go back to John chapter 9. I want to read that. And so it reads verses 1 through 3. As he went along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Okay, see, here we are, human nature, the disciples fishing for some meaning. All right, why was this man born blind? This is what Jesus replies. Neither this man nor his parents sinned, Jesus said, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. So powerful for you to see that, because we'd be like, why this happened to me? Why this happened to so and so? Oh, you know that happened because this happened. Oh, really? There's fact, there's meaning. Okay. So here's the thing. As all humans do, the disciples were seeking a reason for why this man was born blind. Now, the meaning that they had assigned to it was that it was sin. Who sinned? Okay. Who sinned? His parents? Him? Right? So they had their reasons. Right? There were reasons in their mind that they drew the conclusion that sin, this means somebody sinned. Here's the thing. Their reasons came from their beliefs, what they were taught. But Jesus answered them, and he said, it wasn't that, but that this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him. All right, so it's very powerful. Facts don't possess set values. All right, so the next one we're going to look at here is meaning is not inherent. Meaning is not inherent, right? So good. So what do the facts really mean? Here's the thing. You ready? The facts mean something to each person. We are each assigning our own meaning to what we experience. And it is inevitable that two people will see things differently. Therefore, the facts mean something different to every person. Here's what I like to say. You can line up 10 different people and ask them what a certain fact means. And you just might receive each person's unique meaning and interpretation. For that reason, it is impossible for facts to have inherent meaning. Facts do not possess any inherent meaning in themselves. We're all walking around making up meaning for the facts, which brings me to my next concept here is meaning is made up. Meaning is made up. This is what all humans do with their experiences. We think our experiences automatically mean something. And because there isn't an automatic meaning, remember, there isn't a predetermined, accepted, established, set value on a fact. Oh, you have that. That means this. There isn't. And since our experiences do not automatically mean something, we make it up, right? Because the brain needs that, remember, right? So we assign meaning to our circumstances. which means we're making it up. We are truly making it up and we're believing it to be true. We're believing that our meaning is actually fact. But here is the thing. The fact is what actually happened, but the meaning is what we make up. Okay? Don't miss that. The fact is what happened. Okay? That happened, but then what you make it mean is what you are making up. We decide in our own mind what the facts mean, and we do it all the time, whether that meaning is positive or negative. But here is the problem. Once we make any fact mean something, we have to recreate more events in our lives to support that meaning. That's how your brain works. If you say, oh, this means that, and then you're going to create more events to support that, even if, right, that doesn't mean that. You will believe it and your beliefs will create that. Let's move on to the next concept because we're about to practice. I'm about to give you some practice here. All right, the next one is our made up meaning becomes a filter creating our world. Now, this is really important because remember, we are making up meaning for these facts, which have no inherent meaning in themselves. But that meaning becomes a filter creating your world. You don't see the world as it is, you see the world through your filters. This is how our brain works. It will filter your world according to your beliefs and provide you with more events and experiences that confirm, right? Provide evidence of what you believe. Now, for example, if you've made an experience in your life to mean that you are not worthy of love, you will undoubtedly create more experiences in your life where that is proven to be true. If you were to find yourself experiencing an event where this belief is opposed, right? Like someone made you feel worthy of love, you would subconsciously sabotage it because your brain wants to avoid the mental conflict of opposing beliefs only because you made up the meaning of that event that I'm not worthy of love. So when a conflict comes in, an opposing belief to disconfirm that, you're going to sabotage that love because you have to stay true to this thing that you've made to mean that I am not love. So it's important that you master this, we call it this ability, right? This just, it's almost just superpower. It's just like, man, like I get to do this. I get to make the facts mean what I want them to mean. Well, I might as well make it mean something that serves me. I might as well make it mean what God has said about me. Come on, somebody. I'm telling you, you're going to walk on another level when you learn how to do this. And so we're going to start practicing. Are you ready? All right, get out your pens, get out your paper. It's important that you master separating fact and meaning, right? Fact and meaning, separating them, not letting like you believing all of your meaning is fact, right? You believing that the facts have an inherent meaning. You got to separate them. You got to let the facts be the facts. Like that happened. I make it mean what I want it to mean, but it has no inherent meaning in my life. I could, right, lose a job. I could lose that. This could happen, but it's no inherent meaning. It doesn't mean anything until I make it mean something. And so this skill is powerful in itself. Once you realize that the meaning you've assigned to an experience is made up and optional, because 10 different people can make that same fact or circumstance mean something different. So your meaning is optional. Once you learn this and begin to do this, separate the facts from the meaning. It's the very first thing I do when I am about to work on my mindset, manage my thoughts, just even being out and just trying to make sense of the world. All right. Or like I said, go to prayer. The first thing I have to do is separate fact from meaning. Like, what's the facts here? What have I made them mean? Once you do this, you will begin to see yourself and the world differently. then change is going to happen. All right, are you ready to get into this work? Let's go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put on the screen here a fact. And then we're going to put next to it some possible meanings. So you can see, oh, wait a minute, that's a fact? That's meaning? You mean those thoughts, those meanings are not fact? No. All right, let's get started. All right, let's see where we're going to start. We'll start, we already did that one. Let's start here. All right, so the fact here, $1 million in the bank. Okay. That is a fact. It's something that happened. It can be proven. But here is the thing. It has no inherent meaning, only what you make it mean. Now, to the right of it are some possible meanings. And remember, meaning could be thoughts, interpretation, or your story. And so, possible meanings. Someone could make $1 million in the bank to mean, I am secure financially. I'm rich. Someone also can make it mean, this is not enough. Or someone can make it mean, this is a lot of money. So I want you to think about, what would you make $1,000 mean? Now, when we deal with money, when I teach my clients about money, money is just neutral. It has no inherent meaning in itself. Really, we have assigned a value, meaning to money. We've done that. And so when we look at an amount, right, we actually get to make that amount mean what we want. So I want you to think about this. So what would you make $1 million mean? And then what would you make $300 in the bank mean? Some possible meanings are, I'm broke. I don't have enough. I'll always be poor. Now, here's the thing. This meaning is made up. This meaning is optional. $300 in the bank does not have inherent meaning in itself. But you can look at that amount, or you can look at $1 or $0 in the bank, and you can make it mean, right, I don't have enough. And that's just meaning. You made that up. Good news. I know you're like, I've never really thought about that. Yeah. You could think, oh my gosh, I'm so close to $1,000. Man, I'm about to pull on up on $1,000 right now. Those thoughts are available to you too, right? Like, you get to make the fact mean what you want. Look at that. Let's move on. So the fact is, the temperature outside is 11 degrees. This is factual. We can prove it. It happened. You can look, right, on your weather app. You can look at the TV, the weatherman. You can look so many places and prove that this is a fact. The temperature outside is 11 degrees, meaning it's cold outside. Yes, that's meaning. It's freezing. Or, I love it when it's cold. Now, here's the thing. You're probably saying all that, oh, it's freezing today. And you're probably saying it like, this is the gospel. This is a fact. Like, it's freezing. And someone else going to walk up and say, oh, I love this. Oh, this feels so great. It feels so good. And you're like, no, it's freezing. Here's the thing. You're both making 11 degrees outside mean something. So you have to see, one is fact, one is meaning. And that meaning is totally optional. It is totally made up. All right, let's keep moving. Where are we now? Okay, we did that one. All right, here's one I think we all may be familiar with, many of us. I will say I do good in this department. Like, every blue moon, I go 24 hours, but usually it's same day. If it's clean, it's getting folded within a few hours. I just can't have it sitting around. All right, so the fact. Clean laundry in the laundry basket for 3 days. That is a fact. It can be proven, right? You can see it. It happened. Meaning, which is optional, your thoughts, your interpretation, your story about that fact. I don't finish things. I have a lot of work to do. I don't have enough time. All of this is optional. It is what you're making that pile of clothes just sitting there, manning its own business, what you're making it mean. All right, you want another one? Let's go. All right, now here's the thing. Facts. Facts are other people's words. The words that come out of people's mouth, what they said. Why? Because it happened and it can be proven. And so when you're dealing with fact versus meaning, you want to be very clear and write down the person's name or whoever said this, said so and so. That's a fact. Now, the meaning part, all made up. And you literally can write in the fact, person said words. What you make it mean is optional and totally up to you. You get to make it mean that. So let's look at this. In fact, as my husband said, he forgot my birthday. Not my husband forgot my birthday, but he said, so whatever he said, oh, I forgot your birthday. Okay. So meaning, possible meanings, which is just your thoughts and it's made up. He doesn't care about me. I'm not important to him. His job is more important. Here's the thing. The fact is just the words he said. That meaning is made up. And does it serve you to think that? Right? Like, does it serve you to think that? All right, let's move on. Client canceled. Okay, coach. So that would go in the fact domain. Client canceled. And what could be possible thoughts and meanings that we might take? But remember, this fact is just a neutral thing, happened in the world. It has no inherent set value. And so possible meanings could be, the client didn't like me. I'm not a good coach. I won't be successful. These are all optional. They're all optional. They're made up from your brain. They're made up in your mind. Client canceling does not have an inherent, predetermined, set, accepted, established value. Every time a client cancels, this is what that means. No. There is no set meaning. And so the thoughts you're taking about it, you want to be careful because remember, those thoughts, right? Okay, I'm just not cut out for coaching. I can't get this right. I'm no good. Those thoughts, they become a filter for your world and the decisions you make. So when you are making up meaning, because this is what we do. And here's the thing, there is an option to just not make the facts mean stuff. Like I don't walk around slapping my meaning, which is my power, my thoughts, my emotions, on just every circumstance I see. In Matthew 6, we see that Jesus said, you can take no thought. You do know that's an option. Right? That's another tool we teach. Oh my gosh, we teach so many tools in our program. And that's what I want to do right now. I actually want to give you the opportunity to come. You've practiced this with me. Come and join us in the Coaches by Grace Accelerator. I'm going to put this up on the screen for you now so you can see this. But this is where we renew our mind. And we take our thoughts captive, anything that's standing in the way of us becoming a coach by grace, what God has called us to do. And so this is where you're going to get all these tools, right? Like I just showed you just briefly one tool today. And so it's going to come up on the screen here where you can join us in the Coaches by Grace Accelerator. It is a monthly membership. There it is. It is a monthly membership. You're going to learn how to sign clients and get fully booked using belief. We teach client acquisition by belief up in here. Right? We got a whole arsenal of mindset tools for you. I just gave you one today, my most favorite. I'm telling you, guys, join us in the Coaches by Grace Accelerator. You'll see a link around this video, but this tool, fact versus meaning. I see many people walking around and things are happening, events are happening in their lives, and they aren't able to differentiate that that's an event, that's a circumstance, and it has no set inherent meaning in itself, and that you don't have to make it mean things that would cause you harm, or right, that God says he has good plans for you, to prosper you, to give you hope in the future, right? Not harm you. So why would we make any of our circumstances mean anything other than what God is thinking about us? But because people do that, because they take their meaning and they make their meaning the gospel. They make their meaning fact. They walk around stating their meanings and their thoughts and their interpretation and their story of the circumstance like they're reporting the news. And it's not. Your meaning is your power. And so I want to help you get it back. I want you to subscribe. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. Subscribe, hit the bell, do all those cool things, like this video. I want every person on the planet to learn this tool of fact versus meaning. It is the one that changed my life. Now, let me tell you this. I learned of the tool, okay, maybe for about 15 years before I really started using it. And in that 15 years, I experienced a lot, went through a lot, homelessness, just a lot of things. God in his love had already given me what I needed, but I wasn't practicing it. It was just something I learned. Oh, that's cute. Facts have no meaning. Oh, okay. But I wasn't practicing it. And so because I wasn't practicing it, it didn't benefit my life. So what do I want for you? We practice. I want you to continue practicing. Continue practicing this tool. If you are a coach called by God, join us in the Coaches by Grace Accelerator, where you'll get the tools for your mindset, for your belief, so you can embrace and execute the call of God on your life. Okay? But start using this tool today. All right, that's it. Another episode. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and we will see you in the next episode.